Welcome back to Cam Designs, and today we're actually not going to be doing any knitting. We are going to work on a simple baby blanket, part 7, and I'm just going to show you how to block it. And I see my marker got erased there, but I'm going to show you on 2 different squares. Now this one here I've had pinned for a while, so it lays pretty flat. This one I just finished not too long ago, so it still wants to curl, and I'll show you both of those. Now my iron takes water, and it has a max fill here and then here. So when it stands up, I didn't quite fill it up all the way, just because I'm only going to do these 2 squares right now. But what I want to do is I want to get this a little damp, so I'm going to just spray it here with some water, both sides. I don't want it super wet, but just a little wet. And my iron also has an acrylic setting, and so this is acrylic yarn, so that's what I'm going to put it on. Now I do have a cotton towel here. It's just a regular kitchen towel, nothing really fancy. And I'm just going to put that on top, just so I'm not directly on top of my square. And I'm just going to iron it. Doesn't have to stay on there very long, just enough that the heat gets to it. And I'll just do both sides just to be on the safe side. So I'm just doing okay. And since it is on acrylic setting, I could go directly on the square, but that's it for that. And it still lays flat. But now this curled one. Now I'm going to put my strings off to the side here. And once again, I will get this a little wet here. Spray it with my steamer thing here. Just like this. And I'm not doing this on an iron board. I'm actually just on my regular wood table here with a couple towels down. It's not quite as wet as I want it to be. So I'm going to spray it a little more here on the edges. And you can go ahead and get these wet in a sink, but I didn't want to have to trace the camera all over, so I'm just using this. Okay. And once again, I want to get my strings out of the way here and lay as flat as I can. And once again, I want to put the towel over it. But I'm doing it kind of on the edge here, so then I can also work it at the same time. So I'm going to do this edge here first. And I'm just going to let my iron sit there for a little bit on there. Okay, oops. See, it's doing a little better. And I might have to turn up my iron if it's not hot enough. And then I'll work this edge here. So let it sit there for a little bit. I'm going to work this bottom edge. And I'll take a peek at it here. Oh, it's starting to lay a little flatter here. I'm going to turn it just so I can get this top edge here. And one of the reasons you want to do this with your squares is so then when we do go to sew them together, you'll be able to see your stitches better. And so it makes it a little easier. I'm just going to go around the whole edge now. Just kind of get to lay flat. Okay, and we'll take a peek at that. And there we go. Now it is laying flat here. See, it still wants to curl a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it without the towel over it. And see if that helps a little better. Oh, it got leaked some water on it, but that's okay. It will dry. Okay. I think that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and just unplug my iron here. And then I'm going to show you how to put it on a blocking mat. Once again, I've gotten these at Walmart. I think I got it for $14. And I'm just going to go right here in the corner. Let me get my little pins here. And I just want to start here on the edge of it. And I'm going to just measure about 5 inches. Make sure I pin it at 5 inches, which that is exactly where it's laying. So that's not a problem there. And then you can go ahead and pin it here in the center if you want to on each side. But it's laying pretty flat, so that's not really necessary. But there you go. There is one square ironed and blocked. Now what I want to do is I just want to let this dry now. And once it dries, it will stay flat and smooth. And this other one here, let me turn this board here a little bit so we can see it, is also still laying flat. I just want to pin it on the edge. A lot more needles than I need, but pin it on the edge. Yep, that's about 5 inches. So I'll just pin this down as well. Oops. And then I'll just let that dry as well. And that is it. And then when we stitch them together, we'll first start along the top and the bottom, because those stitches will be easier to pick up, and then we'll stitch on the sides. And so that is it. That is how you'll want to block your squares. If you do not have one of these mats, that's fine. You can block it on cardboard. I've done that before. Never had a problem with it. So it's, it's just depends on what you got and what you have available. And that's it. So this was Simple Squares Baby Blanket, and this is part 7. This is just blocking it. And that is driving me nuts that it is not complete. There we go. So this is just blocking it, and I'm doing it with an iron. If you don't have an iron, you could probably use, get it wet and then maybe heat up something heavy that can kind of press it, or you can just heat it up, get it with hot water, wring it out as best as possible, and then just pin it, and then just let it dry. That should work as well. This is, if you're wondering about the iron I have, this is the iron I have. I got it at Walmart a long time ago. I don't even know if they still sell them, but it was inexpensive. Yeah, here's the other side. So it wasn't that expensive. So if you're looking for a cheap iron, that's a nice one. That's it. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, like, and share it. And I want to thank all my subscribers. I really appreciate you. And if you want to be notified when my videos come out, just hit the little bell next to the subscribe button. I have a knit video every Sunday and left-handed crochet every Wednesday. So if you're left-handed and want to learn to crochet, check that out. If not, Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!